Weekly update for Friday, December 11th. Okay, the comic book this week is Ghostly Tales from Famous Comics. It's a Famous Comics publication, Ghostly Tales from the Haunted House by Joe Gill and Steve Ditko. I've plugged what Robin Snyder is doing with these before, because it really is an incredibly cool little package. They've definitely figured out exactly how to strike the right balance between what these comic books actually look like with the really lousy World Color Plant color on them, cleaning that up a little bit, but not too much so that it looks way too glossy. And obviously my preference would be the original artwork, but people prefer their color funny books in color, so these are definitely in color. There's no question about it. The reason that I keep plugging these is I have a very limited reading time these days, so it's one of those. I wish I had time to sit around reading stacks of old Charlton horror comic book titles, because there's really nothing like them, and particularly the ones written by Joe Gill and drawn by Steve Ditko. Not having that length of time to apply to it, it's great that Robin Snyder is doing the job for me. As an example, this issue, the cover is revised from The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves. So they've changed the title. Number 29? Yeah, number 29, December 1971. And it's got a story from number 29 of The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves. The Mystery of the Wax Museum is the lead one. The next story is Hide and Eek, literally, Hide and Eek, which originally appeared in Ghostly Tales number 85, April 1971. Beyond the Grave, Ghostly Tales number 61, June 1967. And then the $5.99 special from The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves number 24, February 1971. When You Hear the Chimes, Ghostly Tales number 82, October 1970. The Ninth Life, Ghostly Tales number 85, April 1971. Reading credit, all stories written by Joe Gill, illustrated by Ditko, and lettered by Charlotte Jetter, other than number 1 and number 2, which are lettered by Ray Berzon, and number 3, which is illustrated by Rudy Pillay and is typeset. The colorists are unknown. You have to remember that Robin Snyder worked at Charlton, so he knows all of this stuff. And he's probably one of the last people left on the planet who knows all of this stuff. And it's very hard, in fact impossible, to fault his choices of stories when he's looking at, okay, what am I going to put together as a Ghostly Tales from the Haunted House package that is best foot forward for Joe Gill and Steve Ditko, and he just picks flawlessly, going, this one, yep, this one, like a pitcher waving off signals from the catcher, and no, I don't like that, no, that's good, but that's, oh, this one, yeah, this one here. So thank you very much, Robin Snyder, for putting these packages together and sending them to me for free. I mean, I don't even have to pay for these. Dear Dave, ghosts ahead, but don't be frightened. This is unreal. Signed Robin on the first page. So if you always hear about Steve Ditko and his post Spider-Man, post Doctor Strange work, and the level of enthusiasm that all of us have for it, and have gone, I don't really get it. You're probably not looking at the cherry-picked ones. So email. The email address, get ready to write this down. Snyder and Ditko, capital S on the Snyder, S-N-Y-D-E-R, and Ditko, capital D-I-T-K-O, at iCloud.com. It would be definitely worth your while to drop Robin an email and say, can you let me know the next time that you're doing one of these? I think Robin's going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records pretty soon for most number of Kickstarters for reprinted comic books. So there's always a new one starting, and I got to tell you, it's when I get one of these in from Robin with the latest issue of the comics, it's like put everything down because I'm going to want to read this, and it takes all of 15 or 20 minutes, and it's like a wonderful journey back to 1970, 1971, when Steve Ditko was in his prime, and Charlton had him pretty well exclusively. So there you go. I can't give a stronger recommendation than that, and it's still happening month by month by month. You don't want to miss those Kickstarters. Very affordable, and boy, does Robin and Robin, his wife, know how to do these chop, chop, chop. Okay, so I hope that discharges any obligations that I would have towards Robin for sending me these for free when I would cheerfully pay for them, by hopefully drumming up some business and getting other people to buy these classic Joe Gill, Steve Ditko comic books. And that'll do it for the weekly update this week. And next week, we're going to talk to you about a magazine, God willing.